Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So inshallah we continue this tafsir Surah Al-Qamar, part 2. In the first part we talk about Allah said that the hour is near, the judgment near, and then Allah talk about the miracle Allah showed them, Who remember what miracle did Allah show them in the beginning? They asked Muhammad, if you, through prophet, can you do this? Spitting the moon. Ransaq al-Qamar, right? Then Allah talk about Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, and in the end Allah SWT, send the flood. And then now we talk about the generation after Nuh. Yeah, they call the people of Ad and people of Samud, right? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كذبت عاد فكيف كان عذابي ونذر. إنا أرسلنا عليهم ريحا صرصرا في يوم نحس مستمر تنزع الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقعر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر. ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر. Yeah, Sham?
God denied the truth, so how were my punishment and my warnings? We unleashed upon them a screaming wind on a day of unrelenting misery. Allah states that the people of Hud denied the messenger, just as the people of Nur did. So Allah sent on them against them a violently cold sarsar wind, meaning a bitterly cold and furious wind on the day of calamity.
Also the kadzabat means denied or belie. Adun, the people of Ad, then Allah asks question, and how was my punishment? Yeah. People of Ad is in Yemen. Allah SWT gives them many blessings, and most of their bodies are giant, and they can carry everything. They can build, the building, just by digging the mountain, right? And then also Allah SWT give them all kind of blessing, like, don't think on that time the Arab on that time like wow, the desert before was like a lot of fruits and vegetables and all this. Yeah. So Allah sent Prophet Hud, and then, but they always denied. Both of them mean warnings. Warnings can be the word of the prophet sent to them. Something Allah SWT said something as a warning, right? But they still deny, right? Then what happened? He said, we sent to them rih. The Arabic word rih and riyah. Rih mean wind, riyah mean winds, right? But very interesting in the Quran, when Allah said rih, that means is bad. The wind that can destroy the building, can destroy everything. But riyah, all is good. Then I'll talk about before they send the rain, for example, or send the wind and all this. And also sorcerer, yeah, the wind that carry a voice, scary voice, or something. And it's not, it's in the Surah Al-Haqqam, it's not Thamaniyat ayyam, 8 day and 7 night. Something in just 2 hours, for example, the wind, we smash the window and all this. It was scared, right? But imagine this one, 8 day and 7 nights. Just like that. Because we're denying, right? في يوم نحس. on the day of Nahas. In Arabic, the word Nahas means Sial. Yeah? In my language, called Sial, the day unfortunate. Yeah, and Mustamir continues. So if they, right? Then what happened? تنزع الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقعر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
Plucking the people away as though they were trunks of uprooted palm trees. So how were my punishment and my warnings? Plucking out men as if they were uprooted stems of date palms. The wind would pluck one of them and raise him high until he could no longer be seen, and then violently send him down on his head to the ground.
Tanzi means plucking, right? Remember that their body is giant, right? So like they are like that dead palm tree. The wind came. Just imagine this tree up and fall down. Yeah, and this is also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you study Quran, Allah always repeated the story of Ad and Thamud. You find a lot of Ad. So every time Allah talk about something, then bring back to them. Because Allah is so mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always warning us by ask us to read the history. Even in Al-Fatiha. In Al-Fatiha, Allah remind us with two group of people. Al-Maghdub and Doli. Maghdub, that Allah put his anger to them. Maghdub, the people who know the truth, but didn't follow it. And then Dolin, people who know they astray, but just follow it. Right? We are Siratul Mustaqim, right? So that means also history. And also, there is ayah in the Quran said, فَتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. Let every soul prepare for tomorrow. Or let every soul look to the deed that sent forth for tomorrow. Tomorrow, capital T. Not Monday. Or the day of judgment, right? Okay. But why didn't say prepare, for their judgment? Why Allah SWT say towards tomorrow? Number one, because no people will think that you can die tomorrow. Anybody here? Tomorrow? Even somebody 90 said, "Oh, I'm still here." So never come to our mind that might be I'm dying tomorrow. Second one, Allah SWT want to ask us if you have to die tomorrow, are you ready? Right? Because there is three group of people in the world. Some always think about the past, right? They cry about the past, or they're proud with their ancestor. Some just think about what? Now. Like Nike, always, just do it, right? But we, Muslim, people of tomorrow, because this life, how long you live? He said, Nuh alayhi salam, he lived 1,000 years. Somebody asked, how did you feel that 1,000 years? Although like I have a house, I come from this there, I come and from this door, I come out from this door. Even people die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked, how long did you live there? Right? He said, 1 day, 2 days. Right? So therefore one. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, what happened to them, like Allah said, the wind happened to you. How many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said volcano, right? The flood, all this happened. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never destroy a nation like before when Qatar is gone. These people of Fa'ad, no one remains. Why is it? Because of Muhammad, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised. Muhammad asked 3 things, and one of them, Allah, don't punish my people like you punish generation before us. Right? So there's art, right? So this is just the picture reminded. So this is because there was by being, so khalas. become like frozen. It's after 7 nights they died. But look at, they can build the houses like this. You know. So this is how. Continue.
Prophet Hud tried to reason with his people by reminding them of the many favors Allah had given them. For example, they were successors to the people of Noah. They were able to build great structures and buildings. They had herds of cattle and livestock. They had children to carry on the progeny. They had gardens and springs. But despite all of this advice, the Ad rejected their brotherhood. In fact, they were pretty snarky in their responses.
Yeah. We learn from here that when we do da'wah, in fact, people always try to convince them with something that they know. I mean, if you talk with, somebody wants to learn about Islam, he's doctor. Talk about medical in Islam, in the Quran. He's scientist, talk about that. So they are relevant. And we have many stories about that. People become Muslim because of that, right? That's number one. Number two, sometimes, to remind people is by saying what they have. Why in the Quran always when come to, the Jews call, Ya Bani Israel, or the son of Jacob. Why is it? Something, by example, you see the son of Imam, and he doing something that's supposed to. Man, you are the son of Imam, you do that, right? Man, your father's good father, why you do that? Right? Yeah. So, Hud said, look at how many blessings Allah gives to you. But still, right? People did not accept. Then Allah repeat again. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ.
We made the Quran easy to remember. Is there anyone who would remember?
How many times, remember, Allah repeat this ayah 4 times in one surah. Yeah, that means Quran is easy. Easy means easy to understand if you want. Easy to memorize if you want. Right? This is the ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala endangered Rasulullah will complain. وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ. The messenger said, oh my Lord, inna qawmi, my people, ittakhadhu al-Quran mahjura. It means they abandon your Quran, this Quran. Abandon, it means they never read it. Abandon means they never reflect it. Abandon, it means they never, practice it, right? So Quran, so therefore why there is dua, Allahumma jal Qur'ana hujjatan lana. Allah make Quran as proof for us, not against us. Because Quran can be against us. Yeah, yeah. Because some people, sometimes they have Quran from Makkah, just put in the shop. From Makkah. Never open. Yeah. كذبت ثمود بالنذر فقالوا أبشرا منا واحدا نتبعه إنا إذا لفي ضلال وسعر.
Thamud rejected the warnings. They said, are we to follow one of us, a human being? We would then go astray and end up in hell. Allah states here that the people of Thamud denied their messenger, Saleh, and they said, a man alone among us, shall we follow him? Truly then we should be in error and distress. They said, we would have earned failure and loss if we all submitted to a man from among us.
So finish story about Ad, and then not far away from Ad. This is like now in Hijaz, Saudi Arabia, right? Yes, you go to Riyadh and continue, you will say, And now even the King Muhammad become a tourist area. So you can see all the remaining of the what you call the civilization of Thamud. So Thamud is okay. Ad and Thamud both they are Arab. So Allah sent the prophet Arab Hud, and this Allah sent Saleh. And what you call, so therefore these two prophets you cannot find in the Bible. Like Yusuf, Yaqub, you find what? The Bible also. So Thamud is more high in science and technology because they get experience. This is if you go, yeah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them also again, bin nudur, warning, right? Yeah. But this is always like the type of people, faqalu, they said, what? Abasar minna, men among us, to be a prophet. And Saleh, by the way, is also from elite family. Even what you call, they almost hire Saleh to be their leader. Because Saleh is handsome, he have money, everything. Right? And people love him so much. This is a custom every day and everywhere. If you are Saleh, righteous, everybody love you. Muhammad for 40 years in Makkah, everybody love him. They call him what? The trustworthy, right? Why? Because he's Saleh, he's righteous. But when he become Muslim what mean? Muslim is the one who Saleh and try to make his family, his friend to be also Saleh, righteous. That means you start making dawah, you fight them. Then you are in trouble. And the first thing you against you with what? Your family. Say, what? What's going on with you, man? You lost your mind? Right? Something becomes strange. Become strangers. Right? So therefore, why when people speak, don't look to who he is, but what he's saying. Right? Yeah. So, and also, they always said, why don't send like angel? Right? Now the question, Allah send angel is spirit. You can communicate. So angel have what? Have to become men also. Have to come in the form of men. So what big deal, right? Yeah. So that's the reason someone said, who are you, man? Are you crazy? So the Quraysh, they did the same. If it is true, why send to Muhammad? It's open. Why don't you send to our leaders? Yeah. And Allah said, I am the one who selected the prophet. Yeah. Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected people according to his plan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, he never selected prophet from any family, good family, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect their life. Right? So therefore, it is very important also sometimes we too much looking to the people. Even sometimes people say something, but because it's not my imam, it's not my ustad, it's not from my, fiqh thought. I said, no, I just follow. Yeah, the same mentality. ألقي الذكر عليه من بيننا بل هو كذاب أشر سيعلمون غدا من الكذاب الأشر.
Was the message given to him out of all of us? In fact, he's a wicked liar. They will know tomorrow who the wicked liar is. They were amazed that the reminder was sent to him alone among them, and therefore accused him of being a liar. Nay, he is an insolent liar means he has trespassed the limits in his lies. Allah the Exalted responded, tomorrow they will come to know who is the liar, the insolent one.
Yeah. Through his story from Noah until Muhammad Sallallahu, always when they deny, they call him what? Kadhab, a liar. Right? But we are Muslim, we never say that, right? No one Muslim there. A liar to the Prophet. But sometimes we also do saying a liar, how we belie or deny by what? By our tongue, we not deny. The Quran is true. Right? By our heart, no. But sometimes we deny by what? Our action. Right? He believed the Quran, he believed everything. He believed the hellfire is dangerous, is hot, but he doing something will bring to the hellfire. That's the same as denying. Right? For example, if you don't pray 5 times days, what do you mean? Well, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Hafidu. He didn't say pray, he said Hafidu, preserve the salah. Right? Yeah, some people sometimes they salah as they like. But some people just only pray just one prayer. So one day somebody said, Sheikh, if this I pray, man, I pray every Fajr, I pray every Maghrib, for example. And he said, if you want to call me, you have to know my number, right? Okay, my number is this. So I have 5 numbers, for example. If you call only one number, can you call me? Can you connect to me? So you only pray one prayer, you're not connected. And also, you know, when people are going to die, they're going to give a will. What will be the will? The most important, right? Will. Because you're going to die. What the last word of Rasulullah Sallallahu As-salah, prayer. And then also in the hadith said, the first thing when people die, Allah will ask question about what? Salah. Because salah, you know, in Arabic, salah means sila. Sila means connection. That means as soon as we don't pray, that means what? We cut off the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. Inna mursilun naqata fitnatan lahum fartaqibhum wastabir wa nabbihum anna al-ma'a qismatun bainahum kullu shirbin muhtadar.
We are sending the she-camel as a test for them. So watch them and be patient, and inform them that the water is to be shared between them, each share of drink made available. Thus warning and threatening them and delivering a sure promise to them. Verily, we are sending the she-camel as a test for them, to test and try the people of Thamud. Allah sent to them a superb pregnant female camel that emerged from solid rock according to the request, so that it would become a proof against them from Allah the Exalted.
I mentioned the Thamud more high-tech, more intellect, more science, that means more in everything. We didn't see this in Ad, the childhood. But so now they challenge. That's all. You talk too much, he said. It's enough. Just prove it to me. So I said, what do you want? He said, I want you to bring a camel from the mountain. Why from the mountain? Because they know every inches of the mountain. There's no camel there. Right? But not only that, they make it difficult. I want that camel is pregnant. Right? And the color should be yellow. And they had to be big, not like other camels. All requests. Okay, so we're sitting like this, we all make dua, crack, and then the top open. Can you imagine that? Camel come out. Subhanallah. And then he said, okay, this is the camel, you see it. وَنَبِّهُمْ أَنَّ الْمَاءَ. So now camel need to drink. There's only one, like water there, like well. So he said, one day for for the camel to drink, one day for all the camels and all of you. So they did in the beginning. So then, the camel can feed the entire city. Every day make line up and take the milk. Right? So all of them, okay, one day free. Let camel do that. Don't bother them. And because of that, what happened? The people become Muslim. One by one, because man, this is true. And also, every time they try to come close the camel, they have like scare. Because this is Allah's sign. Right? So now the elite, man, this is dangerous, man. Slowly will become strong. Because of what? Of the camel. We have to do something. فنادوا صاحبهم فتعاطى فعقر فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
But they called their friend, and he dared. He slaughtered. So how were my punishment and my warnings? Allah the Exalted said, but they called their comrade, the most wicked man among them, went forth to kill the she-camel.
Every night they tried to come close to the camel, and we were scared. Some fall down, some become like blind. And just the camel. Right? So I had to find what? The wicked one. And also in Arabic called fatah. For me here, man, let them drown. And when you drown, you forget it. So let one person can come close and cut, and then another one can cut. But 9 people, all the wicked people, they had to pay them. Right? Yeah. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished them. This is called fakaifa. And so how were punishment? And this is the punishment Allah never do to any nation of the time. The punishment just by screaming of the angels. Yeah. Inna arsalna alayhim sayhatan wahida fakanu kahashimil muhtadar.
We sent against them a single scream, and they became like crushed hay. I tormented them, so how was the torment? I sent on them because of their disbelief in me and denying my messenger. Verily, we sent against them a single shayha, and they became like straw, al-muhtazir. They all perished, and none of them remained.
I remember in the Guantanamo, and how did they try to, what you call it, to make people talk, to, what they do. You see, right? You're going to sleep, it's scary. Sometimes, when you have a neighbor, they always have music, what happened? People like, right? And now I think scientifically it is true. Now they try even to make a weapon, just noise, and they can destroy. Can make it, and that's what happened to them. Yeah. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ.
We made the Quran easy to remember. Is there anyone who would remember? Indeed, we have made the Quran easy for seeking advice. So is there one to heed the advice? And we have indeed made the Quran an easy to memorize. So is there one who would remember?
So this is the third time. So is there anyone who would remember? Right? But people, when they have problem, they don't go to Quran. Go psychologists, go psychologists, never. This is the book of cure. Physical respiratory. So when Allah asks question, it means there's a lot of people did not do that. Quran, the book of advice, the Quran, the good when you are in sickness and all this. Yeah. So lesson from story of Ad and Samud.
One of the main lessons I see is that we must be very careful about mocking or challenging Allah. Most decent Muslims would never do such a thing, but there are many misguided people who do. There are countless artists, pundits, and celebrities who mock Allah, his messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Islam. In the worst cases, they may even go so far as to challenge Allah.
Yeah, it's very careful, yeah. Alhamdulillah, we are Muslim. Even Quran, I think nobody even put Quran on the floor, right? Right? Even when I was in prison, people put Bible anyway. So they're writing down. Subhanallah, because it's very important to, the Quran said, وَمَنْ يُؤَدِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ, to respect and honor Allah, to put a sign. Kaaba, for example, Maqam Ibrahim in the Quran. Even scholars, they consider a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if we did not respect Allah's sign of the Quran, and I think your eagerness to follow become less, right? When someone is kufi, right? It's kufi. Because it's my kufi, my son will not throw the kufi like this. No, it's my dad kufi. Because what have connected with me, that this connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? And look at what happened to
A Swedish Prophet Muhammad cartoonist was killed in a car crash. Lars Vilks, who had lived under police protection since depicting Islam's revered figure with the body of the dog in 2007. Lars Vilks was reportedly traveling in a civilian police vehicle which collided with a truck near the town of Markaryd in southern Sweden.
Yeah, all the police all died. So this man was almost under protection. You cannot, you're not free in this life. Because of something Muhammad. Because for us, it's something Muhammad, like something our own mother, and more than that. Yeah.
The second lesson is to watch out for the signs in our lives. The Thamud demanded and received the sign from Allah. Perhaps they couldn't understand the significance of receiving a camel. After all, camels were and still are pretty common in that part of the world. So you must monitor your life for the signs that you're receiving. Don't ignore them.
Yeah, for Thamud people always send camel for us. Many things. The COVID that we have, a sign of Allah. Allah hoping that because of this corona, people will come back to Allah. But some people still, doing parties, they're drinking, right? It should be a time because a tiny virus can paralyze the economy and everything. This should be a sign. Or maybe you visit somebody and you know him in good health, everything. No, he said he has cancer. He's going to die anytime. Right? There's a sign of smart. Yeah.
Finally, we should understand that Allah has no problem replacing one people with another. He replaced the people of the flood with Ad, and then replaced the Ad with the Thamud. Don't ever think you're indispensable. Allah doesn't need you. The truth is, we need Allah. If you keep that mindset, you'll go far, inshallah.
This is not Allah. Allah gave before His covenant to Bani Israel, but they did not do their job. Then Allah gave to us. And the Arab then also did not do their job. So I'll give to Turk, Islam, before. And continue. In the Hadith said in the Quran, if you turn away, did not carry our message, I will change with the new people. And the different religion. It could be Japanese, it could be American, could be anybody if you're not, right? And this is very important. If somebody said, don't be lower than Hupi. You know Hupi? Hudhud? Hupi, because of Hupi, the queen of Gilgis, and all her people become Muslim. because of the effort of Hupi. Right in the Quran. Hupi, Sulaiman sent Hupi to looking for a source of water. So they are traveling. Hupi, he know where the water. While he was traveling, he saw a palace. And he saw there was sunrise. And the queen people was worshipping what? The sun. No, the Hupi said, yes, that's not my job. It's not my business. I have jobs to do, right? No, he come closer. They said, what? How do you worship the sun? They worship Allah, right? That's all why he was late. Remember that? And Sulaiman got angry. Where's the hobby? Right? I will punish him or kill him. Or he gave the reason. When he came back, he told the reason. I saw the queen. But you know, the Sulaiman not just believe, but check it. Ask him to what? Send a letter. Remember it? Right? But that story, because of the Hudhud, then the queen came and what? Become Muslim. If Hudhud, like any human being, many people, right? That's not like business. Right? Something we have. You know, your cousin, your husband, your wife, your family, they're doing something, and you just notice my business. Right? So that means what? Hudhud better than that. Yeah. I would like to just talk to you about something else. Okay. I was reflecting, you know, on Fajr. You were there, right? Fajr? No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. We not ref, you know, there is this dua before sleep and after sleep. Right? This dua, Allah did teach us, but sometimes we did not pay attention. Right? So this is what we know always, right? When you go to sleep, Bismika Allahumma, yeah, but Bismika Amun. Right? That's different, right? By your name, oh God, I live, and by your name I die. That's one. But there's another dua stronger than this. This is, I think, you need to memorize because this is very deep meaning. Yeah. Bismika Rabbi wada'tu jambi wa bika arfa'u. Fa in amsakta nafsi farhamha wa in arsaltaha fahfadha bima tahfadhu bihi ibadaka salihin. He said, in your name, O my Lord, I lay down. In your name, I lay down. Right? And in your name, I rise it. So from the beginning, you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you be humble that I able to lay down and I wake up because what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because something we take for granted. Yes. Some people difficult to sleep. They need to eat pill. Right? All people sleep easy, but what? Someone wake up paralyzed. Then you look at fine amsakta nafsi. If you hold my ruh, farhamha, have mercy upon me. That means if I'm dying, you take my soul, have mercy. Because when you die, you need Allah's mercy. Because you can to follow all the station in the grave. What you need Allah's mercy. When you come out from the grave, need what? Allah's mercy. In the mahshar, need Allah's mercy. When Allah question us, need His mercy. When you pass the Surat Mustaqim, need what? Allah's mercy. Right? Everything is mercy. وَإِنْ أَرْسَلْتَهَا, right? If you release it, that means you give me a life again. فَحْفَدْ, Allah protect. I protect my eyes, my ear, and all this. Yeah. what happened to people of what? Ad and Samud, yeah. And also, inshallah, we can practice the dua before sleep. Yeah.
So, question. So you have to make wudu instead and wudu only for before sleep or every time? Because I read Rasulullah always have wudu.
Yeah. At least in the beginning, because sometimes after you wake up very lazy. If you can, also you wake up, yeah, and then wudu again. That's better. But at least the first one, make wudu. Alhamdulillah hamdan ya ya rabbana laka hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma al-Qur'ana rabi'a qulubina wa nura basarina. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.